Now on your own time, go ahead and fix this, and you can go ahead and mess with anything that you want, like the lighting. Go ahead and actually adjust the rotation. As I said before, you can adjust the rotation. You have the actual shadows right here selected. You have the master intensity, which deals with how strong the lighting is, and you have everything else, the sky fill. Well, this is just a quick tutorial to get you guys to show you how to actually deflate, and you could actually inflate it or make it fly up, or you could do a lot of things. So let's go ahead and press the play button to see what we have. Let's stop right there. All right, let's go back. One thing I need to add is an actual HDRI image. So let's go ahead and we're going to bring in the sky, and we're going to go to content browser, and we're going to search for HDRI image, HDRI image. And we're going to go ahead, and I like image with a lot of reflection, something like this. Now we'll take the HDRI image, and I will put it, wait till it's fully load up. Let's make sure you guys save your scene. Make sure you save so that you don't lose your progress. Sometimes Cinema 4D can crash. It's taking actually a long time to actually pop up. Must be an issue with that actual HDRI image. Let's go ahead and choose another one, content browser. Let's go ahead and choose something else that loads quicker. This one. Enter. Okay, that one's easily, something's wrong with this one. I don't know why. Oh, there you go. Now it came up. Okay, let's go ahead and place this on our sky. And notice that the reflection is there, but it's actually shown in our scene. And we don't want that. So we'll right click, and let's go to composite, and we'll click off scene by camera. So now we just have the reflection. If you look closely, you can see the balloon, you can see the trees in there, and all sorts of stuff in the reflection. That give it like a nice reflection, right? Now to make sure we have our right settings for the actual balloon itself, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I did for the other one, for the balloon fall that I did, right? So let's look at the settings for the balloon fall, what we had. So we had 100 for the rubber, we had Flexion, we had 25, 0 for the rubber, 30. So let's go ahead and remember, rubber is 0. Press meant the 0. The rubber, we put 0 for that actual shape. So let's go ahead. And the rubber, we have 0. Flexion, we have 25. Let's make sure everything else is good, 70, 70. So let's go ahead and press play again to make sure we have the right actual deflation going on. Okay, that's a little better. So with that selected now, you want to light up the scene. So right now we will go ahead and choose, I'm going to choose physical render. And with my physical render, I'm going to have it to, I'm going to keep it at low. And I will go ahead and choose global illumination. I'm going to actually bring a camera in the scene. So the camera in the scene, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera on. I think the grid is kind of messing with. So with the camera on, you could always change anything you want. So with the camera on, to get that zoom in look to when I'm animating it, so it'll zoom to it and follow it. What I did was I select the first frame, right? And I make sure to put on auto keying. So say for instance, I'm looking at it, and it's deflating. I'll probably zoom in at frame 30. Let's say we zoom in, we have auto keying on, so it automatically zoom in, and you place it wherever you want to place it. We'll zoom it in here. and it's in already. Then we'll press play again. Then we will actually zoom out at, let's say, frame 70. We will zoom out a little bit and place it right there. Then when it stops here, and it deflates. Now, if we play back what we have, let's uncheck that and we'll go ahead and we'll see what we have. So right now it's zoomed in and then it goes back and it deflates. You can do a lot with this. You could actually mess around with the keyframes. You could do it different things. You could try different camera angles, and you could try different camera views and stuff like that, and it'll work the same way. And once you're finished, you could just render the scene. Let's make sure our settings is correct, like our output settings. So we have output, you have 1280 by 720. I will change that to 1980. I'm sorry, 1920 by 1080, which is HD. And make sure you have all frames selected when you're going to render. So when you have that, you could actually set up the camera. Seems like I have something right there. Let's go ahead and delete that keyframe. Must have accidentally inputted that. So you have that. So you could actually go ahead and select the camera if you want like a zoom out. Let's go ahead and see how we'll do this. Let's go ahead and do a quick preview. So it floats down like so, right? So let's try something else. So say we zoom in here. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll keyframe that. Then once it plays, we will actually go to frame 30. Let's go to frame 40, actually. And we'll hit the automatic keyframe and we'll just move it down just a little bit so we can see everything. And we'll keep going to the next, keep going to follow it. And we'll go ahead and we will bring it down. And we can just leave it right there. You could stop it at 110. So to stop it at 110, let's go to our settings, and we'll change the input to 110 to 110, and then we'll change the frame to 110 and press enter. So now it's only 110 frames, right? So if we play it back, we'll have this, and it will constantly go down. My advice to you guys is actually just keep messing with the actual camera movements you like or whatever you like. If you want to actually go back to the first frame and go to the camera and zoom out the camera and keyframe it there, and then it'll actually do like a zoom into the whole thing. Then it will just go down afterwards and follow it. That's actually a better way to do it. And then you will have it stopping at 110. So once you have everything set up the way you want it, make sure you go to the render settings and make sure you have physical render selected. If you have a newer version of Cinema 4D, there's plenty of other things you could do. But the thing about this Cinema 4D, I'm using R19, is like I like the basic look. It's not that confusing. They have the newer Cinema 4D also. I have that one also. But I kind of like this one better. It's less confusing, and it's a lot of things going on with the other one. I love it. I use that for certain projects, but for this tutorial, you can use it on the new one. The everything is actually basically the same thing. It's just that the actual viewport looks like crazy. It's better, but it just looks, it's like a lot of things going on. So once you do that, make sure you have global illumination turned on for the physical render. Make sure you have adaptive load turned on, and you can just render your scene out. And if I was you, I render it out, save it as a JPEG image, And I will take off the multipass. You don't need that. And then you just save the image. And that's the tutorial right there. So tune in next time for another quick tutorial and the quick tip on how to actually create anything else that you guys, if you want to see anything, just let me know and I'll create it for you and I'll upload my tutorial. See you next time on Arraign Media. I'm out.